profound history. We are a 125-year-old university. Actually, we were at the campus. Mainly the Greenwich campus. It was a palace before, and then we converted it into a academic space. Um, the thing is that at that point, when we got recognized in 1890 as a public university, we were the second largest polytechnic university of the country, and that's how we began. We have three campuses. Two are in London, one is in Kent. I will explain you more about our campuses in the later slides. We are a TEF Silver Standard Teaching Excellence Framework. We have also invested a lot in our teaching spaces and student facilities. So we have invested around £80 million until now. We have students studying with us for each intake from about 140 countries. We represent around 14,000 students from different nationality. At one intake from 140 countries. So that's again a very big number, and we're very diverse that way. And these are some of the awards we have won. Like I've just mentioned a few here, like the Queen's Anniversary Award, the Guardian University Awards, the Times Higher Education Awards. But apart from that, we have also won, more awards like Greenery Awards and Research Awards, things like that. So this is our main Greenwich campus. This is in London. As you can see, this is the campus, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So like I said, it was a palace before, and we converted into a teaching space. That's how we got recognized as a World Heritage Site. This is a Faculty of Liberal Arts, Science and Business School, and also this is our main campus. So most of our courses are in this campus. Again, if you look at the location, it's a very wonderful location to be in. It's just next to River Thames. Also, Canary Wharf, which is one of the main financial centers of the UK, is just very close to our campus. It's just 10 minutes train ride. Not just Canary Wharf, but even other companies and the prospective employers for the students are situated around the campus, because it's the location. It's a very wonderful location to be in. That's basically about our Greenwich campus in short. This is the Avery Hill campus. This is in London. This is a second campus in London. This is the Faculty of Education and Health. So the previous Greenwich campus, which I showed, it is only 10 minutes from, the main tourist attraction like the London Eye and Tower Bridge and all of that. This is around 30 minutes away from London Bridge. So this campus is also very well known for its sporting facilities. We have 3G football, hockey pitches, and various other sporting activities happening throughout. Also, it's very well known for the student accommodation. So this building, what you can see, this is basically our student halls. So we provide over 2,000 halls of residence to our students. Again, if a student is studying in Greenwich campus, can also stay in Avery Hill campus. We have accommodation in all our three campuses. So students who are studying in Greenwich campus can stay in Avery Hill campus. The plus point is that it is much affordable compared to living in Greenwich. If a student is in Avery Hill campus, because of the location, it tends to be a little affordable than living in Greater London. Also, we have a shuttle bus service, so the student won't have to worry much about the commute. We have bus services every now and then, every half an hour to 1 hour, going to Greenwich and Avery Hill. Right, so that's mainly about our Avery Hill campus. Medway Campus, now this is in Kent. And this is the Faculty of Engineering and Science. Now, if a student is going for engineering courses, they will have to, this is where they'll be studying at. So this is this rectangular structure, what you're seeing, this is our campus. Now, this campus is also very well known for a drill hall library, which is the longest library in the Europe, and the student will have full access to the library once they are in the campus. Also, because we offer a lot of courses with industrial practice. Now, industrial practice, I'll come to that later, but because of industrial practice, our teaching staff has very good connections with industry and corporate world, basically, because we do provide placement opportunities to engineering students with industrial practice. Also, we have invested a lot of money, like I've already said, we have invested around 80 million pounds. So we have also invested in our lab and teaching spaces in this campus. So the student will have like, the labs are actually very high tech, and we have improved a lot of things in our teaching space and labs basically. All right, so this is basically about our Medway campus. And just a second. Any questions you have until now?
Then, sorry, Shukla. These campuses are particularly you have designed the program like business course will be offered to Greenwich University, Greenwich campus, and then engineering and what I
Yes,
call
so goes faculty wise, we have divided that way.
and midway, then Avery Hill, like health and social care, and then what about other programs we're offering over there?
Sorry.
Can you clarify a little bit more about like in our 3 campuses, particularly which program,
Yeah.
which we are offering?
So our Greenwich campus is mainly for business courses, and certain computer courses we have there are for health courses. We have global public health, just main courses. Mainly it's business courses and computer courses. Health related courses we have in our Greenwich campus. Avery Hill campus is mainly on sporting, basically sports related courses and just bits and bobs here and there. So not many courses in Avery Hill campus. But again, in our Medway campus, which is in Kent, that is our engineering faculty basically. So all the engineering and science students are there.
Okay, that's all right. Thank you.
Right? Yeah. So accreditations, most of our courses are accredited, and these accreditation, which you can see on your screen, are just few, but we have more accreditations than this. Each course, the accreditation of each course, you can see that, when you visit our website, under each course, we have specified what is it accredited. I mean, what are the accreditations basically. So, yeah. So, the industrial practice, what I was telling earlier, this is what it is. So our engineering courses, earlier we used to just offer these courses just as 1-year course, but now we have relaunched some of our engineering courses with industrial practice. So with industrial practice, it is a 2-year course. First year, the student will be studying. The second year, we have tie up with different companies. So we will be providing an interview opportunity for the student with a company. But again, having said that, it is a student's responsibility to clear the interview. But until the interview, we will help the student and we will guarantee the interview. After that, it's the student responsibility to clear it and everything. All right, so that's our industrial practice. So we have 9 engineering courses which we have relaunched with industrial practice. Apart from this, one of our very popular courses are MBA International Business. Now, I feel very proud saying this, that Greenwich was one of the first universities in London who had, we had launched our MBA program with incorporated placement year. So this is again a best-selling course, MBA International Business. It is a 2-year program. First year is study, second year is a placement year. But unlike industrial practice, we do not guarantee the student an interview. We have an employability team and lots of support in our university for the students. But again, it's not guaranteed. So it's the student's responsibility to get the placement, basically. All right. Moving on to the next slide. So fees and funding. So our undergraduate courses the fees is each year is £14,000. For postgraduate, it's 14 to 15. It varies. Some of the courses are 14, some is 15. Industrial practice and MBA programs, it is £16,000. All right, we do provide scholarship to our students. So for undergraduate students, we provide up to £3,000 scholarship in their first year of study, and for postgraduate courses it's 1,500. Now this is the maximum amount of scholarship we provide, but again, we do not guarantee each and every student the scholarship, and also we do not guarantee the amount. It could be 1,000, it could be 700, it really depends. And for scholarship, if you want to apply, you'll have to go to our website and apply from there. There is a form which needs to be filled, basically a few question answers here and there. So you just have to fill that form up, and we have a panel who judges the answers and everything, and based on that we provide the scholarship. We do not provide scholarship to industrial practice and MBA courses students, right? Because we are already giving them an opportunity, to go for a placement year. So we do not have scholarship for these students.
And Shukla, there's
The,
one second, yeah.
yeah.
And the fee you have mentioned industrial placement MBA 16,000. It is for 2 years, 2 years package program. Yeah, this fee is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. So the student basically won't be paying anything for the second year. So this fees is only for the first year, the £16,000. All right. Yeah. We also provide sandwich years in some of our undergraduate courses. So again, that is a placement opportunity. So do you want me to elaborate on the sandwich year, or are you aware about it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, please. For that one, yeah.
You are aware, right?
No, we are not aware. Please.
Okay. Right. So for undergraduate courses, it's 3-year course. So after the second year, the third year will be students placement year. Basically, again, like MBA, we will provide full support, but there is not guaranteed. It's students hard work and talent and knowledge that will help student get their placement basically. So if the student gets a placement in the third year, so that 1 year the student will be studying, and after that 1 year of placement ends, for the fourth year student will be coming back to campus and finishing the final year of studies and getting the degree. So is that clear, or you want me to explain more?
We are aware about Candice program, but we just want to know which program that you Greenwich University are offering for Candice courses.
There is a list. I'll send you, if you want, I can send you the list, or if when you apply, you can actually see. So there are a few courses and undergraduate programs that the student gets a sandwich year option, basically.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, and we do not charge anything for sandwich year. Like if a student goes for placement year, there will be no fees, basically.
It's good. Some university is still charging. It's good to know. Then it's not charging.
Yeah. This is the eligibility criteria. So I'll explain you everything here. So for academic requirements, if a student is applying for undergraduate courses, we require 70% overall. And if a student is applying for business course, the requirement is 60% in standard 12th examination. If the student is applying for postgraduate courses, it is 50% overall in bachelor's, except industrial practice courses, which require 60%. And now industrial practice courses, I've already told, the engineering courses with industrial practice. So for that, we require 60%. Gap, we only accept 2-year gaps for undergraduate students. So 2 years gap, and for PG, it's 5-year gap.
MBA.
And MBA is 3-year gap. And gap justification is required at all times, be it in the form of CV or in SOP or in any way. Gap justification is required. For IELTS requirement is 6.0 overall and 5.5 in each skill. Except, so for PG, earlier it was just few months back, it was 6.5 overall. So now we have come down to 6.0, but it is still 6.5 for architecture, psychology, and law programs. Okay. So for these 3 programs, we still require 6.5. Otherwise, it's 6.0 overall and 5.5 in each skill for all the other courses. Right. English waiver, like we do provide English waiver, which is 70% in standard 12th examination. So if a student has got 70% in English in standard 12th examination, we will provide the student a waiver. Now, apart from IELTS, we do accept TOEFL home-based and PTE. Okay. And also, having said that, we have also introduced very recently our own internal English assessment test, because of the lockdown and the pandemic, the students are not willing to or are not able to go out and give the exam, so they can just sit at home and give the exam. Now we do charge the fees for that exam. It is £180, but we are giving the student discount, which is making it £90. So if the student wants, can go and give our internal English assessment instead of IELTS and everything else. All right. So yeah, these are basically the emerging segments in London, and the the job market basically. So this is how we showcase to the students. So these are the top emerging markets, and yeah, the sectors. So for Kent, because students have lots of questions about Kent, because Kent tend to be a little, they might feel a little isolated, or they're unsure about it. So these are the industries, major industries in Kent, and these are the ones which are the emerging sectors basically. um yeah, accommodation, we, like I've already said, we do provide accommodation in all our three campuses. Our accommodation cost is on average £600 per month, but then again that includes most of the charges, which is all the bills, the electricity, gas, Wi-Fi, laundry services, all those sort of charges are covered. It might not cover gym or cafeteria services, but again, the charges for that is very minimal, so it's not too much. All our campuses are very, very safe to be at. We have 24/7 security, we have CCTV cameras, so our students are very, very safe. Our application deadline for accommodation for now is 23rd August, but I think we are going to extend this deadline soon. But for now, this is the official deadline for accommodation. And all our accommodation, university accommodation, is within walking distance, um, 10 to 15 minutes max. Okay. So if a student is not eligible in academic in any of the way, if we feel, then you can definitely go ahead and apply through Oxford International. We do recruit students through Oxford International that way. Careers and employability, lots of job opportunities, part-time job opportunities, I would say, within the campus, which is student ambassador roles, coast reps, volunteers, activities within the students' union. So we do provide help and support to students to get a part-time job within the campus. Graduate fairs, we do have two big graduate fairs that happens each year, mainly in the month of June and November. I've already said we have an employability team, who helps students in, securing placement, part-time job or graduate jobs, or any support they need with their career. Could be writing a CV, cover letter, interviews. We have a team who helps the student with that. 89% of our graduates are either working or they have enrolled themselves for further studies. Our student satisfaction rate is 97%. Again, lots of student activities within our campuses. We have a trained team of of counselors as well. Again, this service is it's free for students. So could be anything. The student might be stressed, homesick, whatever. The student can approach the mental well-being team, and they will counsel the students. They will provide support and help to the students in any way they can. Sorry. So changes. So keeping the current situation in mind, we have done some amendments in our intake. So English language amendments, I've already said, our IELTS requirement was 6.5. We have brought it down to 6.0. We have an internal English language test, which I've already mentioned. Instead of IELTS, a student can go and appear for this test. If some of the students who are going for pre-sessionals, we have done that online for September intake only. We are having lots of webinars for students, like lots and lots. We've been doing lots of webinars. It could be course-specific webinars, offer holders webinars, pre-departure webinars, just plenty of webinars going on. So if any of the student needs any extra help, support, you can definitely approach us, and we will contact the student and get the student into one of our webinars. Registration. So once the student is in the UK, usually the student, the criteria was that student had to go to the campus and collect a document. I mean, to do the registration basically, and then go to the post office and get the BRP card. Now that could be done online. So we have introduced a new welcome team. So because the students will have to quarantine for 14 days, basically they will be able to go out, but not much here and there. So we have a team who will help students out with everything. Our registration is online. Any support they need during those 14 days, we have a special team for that. So they are covered that way. So because the first 2 weeks the student won't be able to go in the campus and do the lectures and whatever in the normal way, we have modified our teaching methods, so that the student is able to engage and learn online through their accommodation. This way they won't hamper their studies and everything. We have we have introduced a blended learning approach basically. So in blended learning, what we're going to do is the big lectures which are conducted in big numbers are going to be online, only few. Rest everything, if a lecture is in small number, there's seminars, tutorials, group work, presentations, everything else is face to face. Only the large group lectures will be online. We have also expanded our January course offerings. So September intake is our main primary intake. January was a small intake, but then this year for January 2021, we have expanded our January course offerings as well. Summing up everything, Greenwich, we are one of the very few universities in the UK. We have 3 campuses and 3 of them are very huge, very wonderful place to be in. Our teachers and staff and students are award winning. We have a lot of employability support as well. We have a personal tutoring service as well. So basically, each and every student will be allocated a personal tutor. Any issue, any problem a student faces can approach a personal tutor. It could be anything, adjusting within the campus, within the city, with their studies, anything it could be. The student can approach the personal tutor, and the tutor will help the student out in any way possible. And all these are basically free. There's nothing else they have to pay. Our assignment support, lots of assignment support workshops happening in and around campus, so the student won't have to worry that how they're gonna get their head around the assignments and everything. We have support for that. Our e-learning resources are very huge as well, so they don't have to physically go to the library all the time. We have an e-learning portal where the student have access to most of our library resources. All right, so quickly through the process. So when you're doing an application, make sure the VAST consent form is uploaded. Without a VAST consent form, we cannot take application forward. VAST is mandatory. After, if a student is fulfilling all the academic requirements, we will issue the unconditional offer letter straight away. If any of the academic requirements are not met, then we will issue the conditional offer. And once the academic conditions are met, unconditional offer will be issued. After the unconditional offer, the student will have to pay a pre-deposit of £3,000 and will have to email the payment receipt to assets@gre.ac.uk. And this step is very, very necessary because with the international team and our database, it won't match. So this is a very important step. The student will definitely have to email the TT receipt to assets. All right, after that, we will schedule the student for a credibility interview. We usually provide 2 rounds of interview. If a student is able to clear in the first round, well and good. If not, we will provide a second round as well. All right, after the credibility, we will send the cash shield links to the student where the process. All the documents have to be uploaded, the academic, the financials. Once the funds are mature and all the documents are uploaded, within, I would say, 5 working days to the maximum, we will issue the CAS. All right, and now even for the CAS, you or the student won't have to approach us every now and then regarding the progress. In the CAS link itself, you will be able to see the progress which is being made on the cash shield. All right, after the CAS, of course, the student can apply for the visa. So after the student gets the visa, before the student flies to UK or before the enrollment date, the student will have to pay the 50% of the remaining tuition fees. So if tuition fees is £16,000, £3,000 is already paid, remaining is £13,000. Now 50% of that £13,000 that has to be paid before the enrollment date. Now, if a student wants to pay the tuition fees for the whole year in one go, can go ahead and do that, and we will give a 2.5% discount on that. All right. So that's basically our steps. Any questions?
So far, it's all right.